good, just as loud, and you're serious.
Sharks are around.
Sharks are around. You're getting ready to eat you.
Sharks are my friends.
What are you going to say?
Not today.
Come on, get this in you. Father, please save us.
Please save us.
From these people.
From these people.
I can't hear you. Can you do it again? Can you do it again? Come on, everybody together.
Father, save us from these people.
Okay, now listen here. Listen here what happened then. Listen here what happened. God answered them through a prophet who proclaimed to all the people, God saved you from Egypt. Do you all remember the story about God saving the Israelites from Egypt? Okay. You see, God saved you from Egypt with Moses guiding you through the Red Sea. He brought you out of the desert where you wandered for 40 years. How many years did they wander in the desert?
40
years. After all this, you worship idols. So He has sent the people to trample over your crops and treat you badly. A short time after that, an angel of God descended from heaven to Israel. He sat under an oak tree. What kind of tree was it?
Oak tree.
It wasn't a pine tree, was it?
Yeah.
It was what? An oak tree. Okay. Okay. And here's where the story gets good. Everybody get your attention here. Listen here now. He sat under an oak tree where a man named Gideon was working. And the angel said, the Lord is with you, mighty warrior. Do you know, after the fall of man in Genesis, God often communicated with His people by angels going to them, back in the Old Testament days. See, the angel said, the Lord is with you, O mighty warrior. Gideon looked up from his work and replied, if God is with us, why are the Midianites harming us and tearing our crops up and treating us badly? What happened to all those miracles that our fathers have told us about? The angel ignored his question. Go and save Israel with the strength you have. God is sending you. An angel was telling Gideon to go save Israel, that God is sending him. And here's what Gideon's response is. How can I save Israel? My clan is the weakest of all Israel, and I am the weakest of my clan. Cried Gideon, if this is true, give me a sign. That night Gideon prayed to God and said, Father, if you're really going to use me to save my nation, make the dew from the sky fall on my blanket and not ever hit the grass around my blanket. But he called that blanket a fleece. Something Gideon had. He placed the wool fleece on the ground and went to bed. The next morning he woke up. He checked the fleece. It was wet. And he wrung a bowl of water from it. And the grass around it was dry. Did you all ever get, in the morning for instance, if you ever take a towel outside and lay it on the ground before you go to bed and there's a big dew comes on, the dew is over everything, ain't it? When you first go out to school in the mornings, you walk through your grass, it's wet, ain't it? The dew. See, Gideon laid this towel, this fleece, like a blanket, and God's dew fell on that fleece and didn't get the ground wet. That's a miracle, ain't it? That's a miracle that happened. And right here, okay, that night, he asked God again, Dear God, please don't be mad at me. I want to be sure that you're going to use me to save my people. Tonight, make the fleece dry and the grass around it wet. He placed the wool fleece on the ground and went to bed. When he woke up the next morning, he picked up the fleece. It was dry as a popcorn without butter under his bare feet. The grass was not wet, but the fleece was. No, it said here, it was dry as popcorn without butter, and his bare feet was soaked with water from the grass. Excuse me. It was true. God was going to use him to save Israel. Okay, here's what happened. Gideon, what's this guy's name, Bob?
Gideon.
Who?
Gideon.
Immediately called a meeting, the people of Israel. God